John from theproductivegarden.com, and today I'm here with my daughter Maggie, who's going to help me plant some garlic. What we've done here, we've got a bed that we prepared, and I'll just go through what we've prepared. We've also chosen some of our garlic that we grew last season, and I've picked out what I think are the best cloves to replant this season. So let's have a look at what we've done here. Alright, so here's the garlic that I've chosen here. Now what I've chosen is particularly really big ones, and this one's already sprouted, so I've chosen the biggest cloves that I could. Okay, and nice ones, as clean as possible. So I've chosen a lot of big ones and the smaller ones and ones that I wasn't really happy with. Like this one's got a little bit of dirt on it, but that'll be fine. There was some that had a bit of fungus on it, and if Maggie wants to get me those two cloves over there on the corner. Yep, that's it. Okay, so cloves of garlic like these two, you can see they've got a bit of like rot in the side there, a bit of fungus has got in there. You definitely want to throw those ones out. So I had a few of these that had sprouted, so obviously they're still going to grow all right, but what's going to happen is that fungus will spread throughout the cloves that you produce from these cloves. So definitely wouldn't plant any of those that you would suspect would have fungus in them. Okay, so we'll put those ones aside and we'll plant all these good ones. Now what I've done to prepare the soil here, you can see I've got this bed here. That's where I'm sitting the garlic. So in this bed here I had beetroot and silver beet growing. You can see here I think these are going to be beetroot, and we've got some in the corner there. Now there's some volunteers that have come up just from seeds that fell down in the garden. Now I'm going to keep them there, they're on the edge anyway, so I'm not too worried about them. And we also had carrots growing here as well, with some marigolds in here just to help with a bit of pest control. So I've, since pulling out the beetroot and the silver beet, I've built this up with some compost that I've made myself, and of course made sure that there's as few weeds as possible in it, because garlic don't like too much competition, and given it a bit of a water. So we're ready to put the garlic in now. We've got about, I think we've got about 45 cloves here. So we'll get these cloves in and give it another water in, and we'll show you what you need to do, just some important points in terms of planting cloves of garlic. Alright, so I'm going to get Maggie to plant the garlic. Now, things that are important when you do plant the garlic, you've got two ends. You've got this end here, which is where the cloves all join together when they form a bulb. When you buy a bulb of garlic, they'll be all joined together at the bottom, and the top is where the sprout comes out. So it's important. So we'll get Maggie to plant this clove of garlic, and we'll just start right about here with the first one. So we'll put that one in. Okay, what we want to do, hang on, just before we put it in, we want to make a hole deep enough. So that's the space. We want to push a hole, and you want to have it so that the bottom of the clove is about 2 lengths of the clove down. So you want a length of the clove above it. So there we go, and I'll just get Maggie to cover it over. So you can see that's about the depth of the clove into the soil. Right, yep, that's it, firm it down. Okay, so we'll do another one, and we'll do them about the length of my hand apart. So if I go like that, that's where my palm is, and we'll put the next one here. Okay, so you make the hole, Maggie. Yep, there we go, and then you can put the clove in. I'll just mark the spot for the next one. That's it, push it right in and firm it down. Okay, there's the mark for the next one, so make sure the hole's deep enough. And make sure the clove goes in the correct way. That's it. Very nice, just make sure it stands up in there. It'll just help it come up easier. Alright, so we'll get the rest of these cloves in, and then we'll show you what we need to do when we finish them off, or what I like to do when I finish them off. Okay, so we'll be back when we've got all these cloves in. Okay, so we're just putting the last few in here. Now Maggie's making sure she gets the right side up, the pointed side, not the base. And just put him in, that'll be alright, that'll be fine. And we've got 2 more to go. That's it. And yeah, so just making sure, and some of these, just show them this bulb, Maggie. Just show the camera this bulb. So you can see some of them have sprouted. You can see this one here. There's a little sprout that's come up. You can see the sprout there, and that's fine. That at least you know this is going to sprout. That'll do just fine. Now, what you can do if you live in a warmer area, a bit of a tropical area, like in Australia, it would be somewhere like Queensland, North Coast of New South Wales, or in the US, to be somewhere like Florida, the warmer areas that don't get a very cold winter. What you can do is you can I think it's vernalize or just chill the garlic by keeping it in your fridge for about a week. Okay, that just gives it that chill, which helps it to grow really strong and to form good bulbs. So that one sprouted, and it gets pretty cold where I am, so this garlic will be just fine. Okay, so that's the last one in. So now, what's left to do now is to water this in. And what I'm going to water it in with, you can see this with water here is pretty mucky. It's a mixture or a solution of sea salt, power feed, which sea salt is a seaweed emulsion, power feed's a fish emulsion, and molasses. And what that'll do, it'll put good nutrients into the soil to promote good bacteria and good nutrition, and help to break down the organic matter to something that the plants can use. So I always like, when I plant anything, to water it in, and Maggie can do that. And we'll just give it a good watering all over where we've planted the garlic. Just move it all around, that's it. You can move up the side if you want. There we go. And a bit more, just move up the side and get some up the back as well. That's it. Maybe move around this side as well. Give it a good watering. Alright. Alright, just up the other side of that marigold. That's it. Perfect. And probably just a bit more along the front here. And just empty the rest out. That's it, more up here. All around. Just to give it a good cover all over. That's it, yep, and just flick it around now, all over the place. Yep. Alright, so that's it. We've watered the garlic in, and that'll give it a good little boost to be able to get growing nice and strong. Alright, so there you go. That's how to plant garlic. While Maggie might enjoy planting garlic, you don't really like eating it, do you? No, she's not a big fan of garlic, but Mum and Dad are, so we like to plant plenty. Anyway, that's the important things to remember with the garlic is to have nice nutritious soil. They like a nice nutritious soil. And make sure you plant it with the correct side up, the nice pointy side where the sprout's going to come out of, and the end where it attaches to the bulb, where all the cloves get attached together, that should be at the bottom. And they should be as deep as what the clove is big, and that's the depth that they should be at. Once you've planted them in, don't water them until they start to sprout, because you don't want to cause fungus in the soil. If the soil is terribly dry, you could probably just give it a little light watering, but you don't want the water to be saturated. It should just be damp. Okay, so if you grabbed a handful of it and squeezed it, you wouldn't have water coming out. It would just be damp in your hand. It wouldn't be wet. If you squeeze the soil and any drops of water come out, then it's too wet. You need to just leave it and just let it dry out a bit. Don't give it any more. Don't give it any waterings until the sprouts start to come out. And even then, it should still be the same thing. It should be damp, not soaking wet, okay, because you don't want the damp soil. And harvesting, we'll probably do a video on harvesting when it's time for us to harvest our garlic, which will be in about 6 months' time. Okay, and just before we go, one last thing is, you'll notice in my previous video, for those who watch them regularly, in my previous one, which was a balcony garden update, I mentioned that I was just about to clock over 1,000 subscribers and that I would do a bit of a giveaway on that. So I've just today clocked over to 1,000 subscribers, actually 1,001. So I'm ready to do this giveaway. And what it's going to be is it's going to be a Amazon gift voucher for 50 Australian dollars, and obviously, like, however that converts to the currency where you live, that will be as it is, but it will be 50 to the value of 50 Australian dollars. And what I'm going to do is, if you leave a comment in this video, leave an actual comment, but within that comment somewhere, have pick me. So you might say, thank you very much for showing us how to plant this garlic, or I like this, or I'd like to see more videos, or what, just like a proper comment. But within that comment somewhere, just have pick me. And all those people who leave a proper comment with pick me in it, I'll put them, and they need to be subscribers, so be subscribed to the channel as well. Because this is about thanking the subscribers for subscribing to us and supporting us by being subscribed and watching our videos. So yeah, to people who are subscribers who put pick me within a proper comment, down the bottom in the comment section, I'll get all those people, I'll list them and give them a number and put those numbers into a random number generator and pick one winner to win a $50 voucher. And I'll do that on Friday next week, which today's the 12th. So that, I think, will be the 19th, but I'll confirm that in the information bar below. So that should be the 19th, 12th, so today's 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, yes, 19th. Just counting it on my fingers there. So the 19th at, let me see, when will I draw it? So you'll have to have your comment in before then. Will be the 19th of April 2013 at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. So remembering that I live on the east coast of Australia. Okay, so 7 p.m. Friday the 19th of April on Australian Eastern Time, which is basically the time for Sydney in Australia. Okay, so you'll be able to compare that to your local time to make sure you get in. Okay, anyway, that's it for now. And until next time, happy productive gardening. Bye.